What's up guys, How To Everything here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to clean a chicken nest or coop out. So it's been about a month since we've done this, and you usually do it whenever it gets dirty. For us it's almost every month, and you're not going to need a lot of things. Alright, you're just going to need a pair of gloves, a wagon, this wagon's dirty and broken, a tool to scrape. For us it'll be a hoe. A hoe can definitely fit in that area, and a shovel and a pitchfork to clean it up. So why do you need to clean the nests? Well, first off, you'll get dirty eggs from it. It's dirty, mud, poop. When they sit on it, it gets them dirty. It can cause to diseases. It dirties the eggs. If your eggs are dirty, it kind of takes off that seal of protection on that egg, so it won't last as long. So it's very important to clean it out. Their poo also has a gas in it that can suffocate the chickens if it gets too thick or dense. That's why we have a roof, but air could still get through, so it's breathable. So here's what our nests look like a month from the cleaning date, and I will show you a before and after picture of these. Alright, so first off we're going to put on our gloves. We're going to make sure your gloves don't have a hole in it. Touching poop is not fun. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our hoe and we're going to scrape all of this out. Now, as you can tell, there's eggs in some of these, so you might have to get a carton of eggs and collect the eggs so it's empty like these. So I'm going to go collect the eggs real quick. Alright, so we have finished getting all of the eggs, and now we're going to start scraping. So what you want to do is, just like washing a car, you want to start from the top part and move your way down. So in my case, we have these little I call them front porches. It's where they can fly up, land on this area, and then hop into the laying area. So we're also going to be cleaning this, and if they don't like roosting in here for some weird reason, some of them roost out here, which is why this is so caked with poop. So we're going to be cleaning that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to scrape it. I'm going to press down and scrape like this, and you hold down, scrape like this, and you can easily see how much has been caked up. I'm going to speed this up so you can see what I do. Also, remember, I picked the hoe because it's got these sharp corner edges. It's very easy to get in on the corner and scrape away. Alright, so this is what it should look like when you are done. It should be dirty, but you do not want to wet it. Do not spray this with water. You will get flies, maggots, and oh man, that would be bad. So this is cleaned, that is not cleaned. finished the whole top. Here's a quick view, and that looks way better than what it did. All of this right here came from the top. That's why we do the top first, so it falls down. All right, and now I'm gonna teach you how to clean the individual cubbies. It's not too hard. It's actually a little bit similar to the way you clean the top. So I'm gonna clean this one first. So you stick it in. You don't have to get all the way back, but you want to try to, and you just scrape it forward like so. Once you scrape it forward, it should look like this. And then you put it in, and you, for me, we have these pieces of wood right here, so it catches all of the chips inside, and it won't just fall out like this. It'll look like this, but way worse. So it's been catching the chips. So what you would do is you just slowly pull it, and then you come up like so, and you keep doing this until there's nothing left. And the cubby will look like this. And that's when you'll put a fresh piece or a fresh layer. It should kind of look like that, except that's a dirty layer. You just, she is not happy that we is cleaning. All right, we're back, and all of the top nests are cleaned. Now we're going to, we've done the top, we've done the nest, and now we're going to do the porch, or so I call it, a porch. Now on this case, press down too hard and it'll break. So what we're gonna do, let's see if I can, what we're gonna do is we're going to just scrape this along. Scrape it along this way, and we're not putting any weight on it yet. You're just gonna scrape it, and if this is sturdy, you can put weight on it. Try not to put too much weight on it. It might break. But in my case, if I scrub it a lot of times, over and over again, it'll clean off finally. And if you could put weight on it, you can do it 1 or 2 times. I could put weight on the top, and I did it very easily, and it wasn't that long. And so I just keep scrubbing, and you can see it coming off. It's coming off, and I'm not putting any weight on it. I'm putting very, very, very little weight. So alright, it's probably fully cleaned. You could still do a little better. As of right now, it'll be okay. It was way dirtier, as you can tell from these bottom ones. So this is relatively clean. So you can tell the difference between the dirty and the clean. And that's all you really need to do for this. Once you're done with this porch, you move down to these cubbies, and you do these cubbies. Once you finish these cubbies, you do this porch again, and the bottom set of cubbies, the bottom porch, and you want to clean out the bottom. We do not want chickens in the bottom. That they lay eggs down there and you don't see it. That'll cause predators and a lot of crap you don't want. I'm gonna do all these things real quick, and I'll resume when I'm finished. Alright guys, we finished cleaning. It's been about an hour, and we have a little audience. I don't know why they want to get in, but you know, chickens. And so we have the whole thing cleaned, and now we're going to clean up our mess. Yeah, there's an egg right there. I wanted to mention that if an egg busts, you probably need to clean out the nest as soon as possible. That's one of the mistakes I've made. Let's see, in this one, an egg busted like about 2 or 3 weeks ago. You can kind of see it in the back. It's a little white, and that's nothing bad. It's not good, but the dirt stuck in the back, so I couldn't get it up. So you definitely want to clean it out as best you can with anything you have, with any tool you have. Another note is this right back here, all of that. If you have a flathead screwdriver, just an extra one, we have like 12, but you scrub the back alongside this way with, or either way, you scrub that with a flathead screwdriver, and you continue the process. Same thing with this over here. You scrub it with the flathead, you'll get it super clean, but in my case it doesn't really matter, so we're not going to do it. So this egg was in that nest. You don't want to get any egg in the nest. If there is a broken egg in there, it'll go bad. It'll just ruin the egg. Short lifespan. It'll smell horrible. Your house is going to have bugs. So we're just not going to take this one in. All right. So for me, I want to clean this little part right here. Probably these little areas. So it's just the nitty-gritty now. You want to clean the sides. Don't forget, you also have to clean the bottom areas if you do. So I'm going to clean the rest, and I'm going to resume when everything's cleaned, and I'll have the dirt into a pile, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it next. Alright, so now we have it all into a pile. I used the hoe to get under that area and to generally sweep it up. I used the shovel to get in this little tight space over here. You can just use the tools however you'd like to get it into a pile. And I used the pitchfork, and I just practically raked it up into a pile, as you can see. So now we have our pile, and we're just going to get our pitchfork. We're going to put this pile into the wagon. Once we can't pitchfork anymore, we're going to use the shovel. And once we can't shovel it anymore, we're going to use the shovel, and we're going to put the hoe on top of it, kind of like a dustpan. I'm not going to show you me doing this. It's rather self-explanatory, but I will tell you where I'm putting it and show you where I'm putting it. Alright guys, now we are done with the pile, and we've put it in our very broken wagon. It's way more broken than I thought it was, so we're going to have a heck of a ride trying to get this to where it's going. And we're down to the chips. We're going to put some chips into our nests, our laying nests, and we still have quite a big audience just waiting for us to finish. They're very excited and curious. Alright, so we use bedding. You can see it, but it's upside down, so it's quality bedding. It's PF, and we always keep 2 of these bags inside the house at all times, because we never know when we're going to have to clean this. What you do, you just put the bag right next to it, and you can do this with bare hands. You grab a handful and you just sprinkle it in the nest, and you make sure that all the corners have it. So you get another handful. Go everywhere. You can pick it up and move it. Alrighty. And that looks to be wonderful. It's nice and clean. The back has some, all the sides have some. It's got some down there. It looks beautiful. Alright, I'm going to do this to all of them, and I will show you the results after. Alright, here are a couple of examples. Alright, so you can see the general level of all of them. It's not the lowest. It's about ½ an inch off of the ground, as you could say, or the nest bottom. and you put enough in to where you can't see the bottom on any sides or any of the corners, and that'll do the trick. Just about 1/2 inch. Don't want to see the bottoms, cover the corners a little, and that's good. All right, guys, we are finished with cleaning our nests. I'm going to show you the end result, and stick around if you want to see where I put all of the bad shavings and the dirt, dust, you know, all that crap. I'll show you where I put it right after the results. Alright guys, last things last, I'm going to show you where I put all of the dirty mud and all that grime you get from the nests. Tip, if you don't have a compost, a compost is a wonderful place to put it. That's where I'm going to put mine. I'll show you in a second. You want to keep it further away from the nests. I would say about 400 meters if you can. Or you could put it in a bag, like put it in 2 or 3 bags, like a trash bag, or send it to the dumpster or the recycling area where they have dumpsters. But for me, we have quite a bit of land. I'm going to walk a good ways down to our garden, which is right beside our compost, but we're going to dump it in the garden. Chicken poop is a wonderful fertilizer. It helps your plants grow so much. Rabbit fertilizer is right up there with chicken. Both of their fertilizers, or both of their poop, is wonderful for growing plants and putting nutrients in the ground. And here in South Carolina, our ground is practically made out of clay. Right, you can't really see it, but it's clay. It's just the chickens that made it look darker and somewhat blackish, which is great. That means that the soil's perfect condition. Might need a little bit more nutrients, but that's good. All right, I'm gonna go show you where it is. All right, we are here. If you guys are wanting to see how we plant and pick the greens, just tell me in the comment below. I'll make a video about that. All right, so our chicken coop is about 600, 800 yards that way. We walked all the way out here. We got a good little piece of area. It's quite clear, so we can see if anything's coming up, which means let's say if we dump this here, we can see if a possum's coming up and smelling around and seeing where the chickens are. Therefore, now we know to be alert for some possums. So we usually, or you guys can just dump it, spread it around. Remember, you want to dump it in a place that it's weak for your, for me it's clay, for your dirt. And you want to spread it around like so, and there we go. You just keep spreading it around, spread it thin, keep spreading it thin. A lot of this is mainly dust, so there we go. We have a whole fertilized spot in the garden. Alright guys, that's it on the video. We completed the whole process of cleaning out our chicken laying nests. I will be making another video about cleaning out the roosting area. Should be coming up soon. It's going to be right after this. I would really appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe. If you want to know more about chickens, if you like these videos and want to keep seeing them, that's the only way I'll know, is if you like, subscribe, and comment on anything that I've missed, or tell me about the chickens that you guys have, so I can start making recommendations for types of chickens you guys have.